Hello, party people, and welcome to Cast Party, presented by Shays Performing Arts Center. My name is Rita Sirianni, and with me today I have my co-party hosts, Juliana Tracy.
Hello.
And in this corner, Kenny Lazuski.
Hello, everybody. It's an exciting day. Sun's out, Wonder Awards, a lot of fun things happening on campus.
A lot of fun things happening, and today we're gearing up for Road Less Traveled's production of A Few Good Men, part of the Shays 710 Theater's Fry Electric 25-26 season. And if you can handle the truth, we have not one but two guests. See what I did there? Oh, God. Nick Stevens. Nick Stevens is a Buffalo-based actor from the Hudson Valley who studied acting and musical theater at SUNY Fredonia. He most recently was seen as Bill Lewis in Jewish Repertory Theater's production of Conscious. He is a proud RLTP, that's Road Less Traveled Production, ensemble member, and has been there and seen as Pale and Burn This, Chris Keller and All My Sons, Janetti?
There we go.
Hey, in Interrogation Room, and Arthur DeBorrow in Miss Bennett, Christmas at Pemberley. That's a Jane Austen. Yeah, you knew that.
Yeah.
DeBurr, thank you. Thank you. At Shays 710, you may also know his work from Musical Fair, Shakespeare in Delaware Park, Theatre of Youth, Irish Classical Theatre Company, and he has performed internationally at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival in Scotland. Very cool. And then, in this corner, Renee Hawthorne is also a local Buffalo-based actress whose past RLTP's productions include Witch, I saw that was excellent, Thin Place, The Country House, Appropriate, and A Very Fine Use of a Grenade. That sounds like an awesome play. She is a proud member of the RLTP Ensemble and has performed for a myriad of theaters across the Buffalo area, including Musical Fair, Irish Classical, Kavinoki, Theatre of Youth, Alleyway, BUA, and Shays 710. Renee is a two-time Artie Award winner for her performances in Once and Alley of the Dolls, and she is an honored graduate of Niagara University. Please welcome to the party, Nick and Renee.
Woo! Thank you for having us.
Another guest with Arties that didn't bring them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I thought you guys carry them around with you. Like, I just wanted
some people
right
do.
here, just the Arties right here.
Some people do. Some people accidentally break them.
Oh, no.
Who broke them? You did?
I will not, out of respect of the actress's name, say who, but
I thought it was you.
She was feeling really good after winning her Artie.
Sure.
And fell on said glass Artie.
No.
And I believe had to go to the hospital.
The Deadly Artie Award.
Yeah, the Deadly Artie Award. So you can't bring them around.
God, maybe I don't want to see one.
Wow.
They did replace it.
I've never been invited to the Arties, so.
I don't think you need an invitation.
You just buy a ticket.
You just show up. It's like
It's
June
anybody.
8th?
Anybody? So I could
Anybody.
go.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm making a complete fool out of
It
myself.
is first and foremost a fundraiser, so even if you're nominated, you
Everybody
have to
gets dressed up
buy
and
a
stuff
ticket.
because I remember Juliana going
It
to
is like theater prom in Buffalo.
theater
Yeah.
prom.
100%.
It's the best excuse to get dressed up.
Yeah, as an adult, it's
One of the only reasons to get dressed up.
Right?
Yeah.
That and I curtain up I treat as like a cocktail,
Yeah,
kind of
curtain
like,
up
in
is
the middle.
kinda
it's
sloppy.
a fall.
See, that
Fall
Yeah.
dance.
I had never been to Curtain Up
Like
prior to working
homecoming.
here.
Homecoming.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was
That's
the
a
word I
fun
was
event.
looking for.
And everybody knows everybody at that event, too.
Yeah,
Like,
it is
everybody's
a
just like,
who's who around.
everybody's saying hello. And
It's
I'm
a
like,
reunion.
nobody's saying hello to me.
Give it a matter of time.
Nobody's saying, Juliana's like,
recognize you.
hello, hello, hello. I'm like, oh.
That's on purpose, Kenny.
They're locked out of the Shays expansion.
Oh, no.
No, I'm kidding. No, I have the keys. No.
All right. Well, Nick and Renee, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, of course. Just to get us rolling, would you be able to tell the folks at home a little bit about yourselves and who you play in A Few Good Men?
Nick Stevens. I play Dan Caffey, made popular by Tom Cruise in the movie version of it. My favorite little tidbit, though, is the guy who originated the part when they first did the play and then brought it to Broadway is a man named Tom Hulse, who played Mozart in Amadeus, people would know him as, but also was the voice of Quasimodo in Hunchback of Notre Dame. Both the speaking voice and the singing voice. Beautiful, beautiful voice on that guy. But I would have loved to see him do the role rather than Tom Cruise, because I think nothing against Tom Cruise and everybody loves a movie, but to just see, I think Tom Hulse is a beautiful actor, and I would have loved to see the choices that he made doing it. But about myself, I mean, you read my bio. It's pretty much everything you know about me.
Very impressive.
From the Hudson Valley, came to Buffalo after I was doing my BFA down at Fredonia, and then stuck it. I met a girl, married her, and now we're here.
Nice.
Nice work, Buffalo girl.
Just so you know, the reason I lit up with Quasimodo, that's like a running gag on this.
You said a buzzword,
Yeah.
That's like my favorite. Like Hunchback is like my favorite.
It's a slept-on movie.
Everything.
My wife actually kind of is like, she does not look forward to it when I want to watch it, and then I'm like, wait a minute, you got to listen to that opening song though,
It's unbelievable.
because the I forget the name of the character, but that opening song, "The Bells of Notre Dame," and his range that he hits
ridiculous.
is out of this world, and he goes full voice on it when he goes, bells, 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 bells of Notre Dame.
Chills.
Full voice. It's insane.
This is the greatest Friday of my life. Why? If you watch it, like, I was begging. I'm like, why is Hunchback not here, like on Broadway?
We kept having to explain to him that it wasn't touring. And
But wasn't it going to be a thing? And then it wasn't. Like they had
They did some things
not
at
the way
La
things work.
Jolla, but
I guess not.
regionals do it all the time. So you'll
have to.
Can I produce it? Can I like raise money
Talk
and
to
figure out how
Kelly
to?
Cops and get her to have Second Gen do it.
And then I'll raise the money for it.
Hey, if you can convince her, if you can put that on a line,
I would go to war for Hunchback. I would go to war for Quasimodo and Captain Phoebus and that goat. The
goat's not in the musical.
The goat's not in the musical.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, though, but doesn't
goat's not in the musical.
isn't Esmeralda voiced by Demi Moore?
Yeah.
She is.
Nice little tie-in there.
Nice
segue.
Nice segue, Nick.
We're off to a rockin' start.
Yeah, so I'm Renee Hawthorne. Was called Renee Landrigan for years. So if people are theater goers, they might recognize that name probably more than Hawthorne. I haven't done as many productions.
The artist formerly known as
Artist formerly known as. Yeah, you pretty much read my bio. I am playing Joanne Galloway, made famous by Demi Moore in the movie, who's just outstanding. I'll add a fun fact. So when I was cast in this show, I was actually, I want to say, 4 months pregnant. And Demi Moore, I learned, was also pregnant when she was cast in the role in the film. And in their pre-production, she made Tom Cruise a little nervous when they were rehearsing, because she said that he felt kind of uncomfortable with a pregnant woman in the room. So that was just kind of a fun tie-in. I was like, maybe I'm meant to play this role since Demi Moore and I have this connection. She doesn't know it, but we do. Yeah, I don't really know what else to add.
I think that's fabulous. I mean, so you guys are playing the Tom Cruise, Demi Moore characters, and I was thank you, friend. I was reading up on IMDb because it's been a while since I've seen A Few Good Men. Like, I feel like it was on TNT or TBS for like
it's
every
on
day.
the cycle of TNT pretty often. It's either A Few Good Men or Men of Honor.
Is this a movie?
Yes.
It's a movie first, right?
It was a play first.
Oh, it was a play
So Aaron
first.
Sorkin wrote the play.
didn't know that.
His sister was a lawyer out of Harvard who was then helping the JAG Corps and had a case that she shared with him, which he then took and obviously added his dramatic license into. But then he wrote this play based off that experience that his sister had with the JAG Corps.
Okay.
And he wrote most of it on cocktail napkins as he was bartending in the Palace Theater for La Cage aux Folles.
Oh my God.
At the time, yeah, back in the 80s.
Dude, you did your research.
Yeah.
West Travel Productions it's a beautiful theater on Main Street, folks, with a killer cocktail bar.
Yeah, I always see that.
It's and wonderful programming. And one thing I was curious about is you guys are both members of the Road Less Traveled Production Ensemble. What does that mean for folks who are unfamiliar with a producing company having an in-house ensemble?
So an in-house ensemble just means that there are certain artists, whether they be lighting designers, sound designers, directors, actors, that Scott has done a number of shows with and has deemed kind of this person worthy of this ensemble title. And that just means he doesn't necessarily pick shows directly for his ensemble members, but it certainly helps to have people that he knows will do a good job and are hard workers and that he trusts. And he will a lot of times offer you a part with sometimes not having to audition, and sometimes you do have to audition. And he just says, I think you'd be really great for this part, but we don't have to go through, they have kind of cattle call auditions where anybody can come and audition. You sign up for a slot so that they can see you and get to know your work. We would be, as ensemble members, probably just invited to a callback or maybe directly cast. Do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, it's so I think it's just a way of formally acknowledging a pool of actors who do work with this theater on a consistent basis. So it doesn't really say that we're going to be getting any show at Road Less Traveled in a given season, but probably will be considered or thought of first when they are going through what shows they're thinking of. Really, I think it's a massive honor to be part of an ensemble of anything, especially with a production company like Road Less Traveled, which really sets a very high standard of work. And I think that that's the first thing that anybody acquaints when they hear of Road Less Traveled is just the base level of quality that you experience when you go see a show with Road Less. So I know personally myself as an actor, when I first got cast at a Road Less Traveled show, eventually you want the goal to be part of the ensemble.
Right.
You know, you walk in.
I think my second show at Road Less, I went, I want to be up on that wall,
wanna be on
Scott.
the wall.
I want to be up there.
Because the whole ensemble, you all have your headshots on their wall when you walk into their theater. So it is
both
like
on
a
the wall.
badge of honor.
We're
Yeah,
both
you can
on
go
the
find
wall.
us there.
The Wall of Fame.
The Wall of Fame.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a really cool thing, and it kind of reminds me of like if you're on a sports team, like you guys might not always be making the first plays, but he knows that you guys are ready, warmed up, ready to go, and he might need to add in a wide receiver or something here or there just to make that sports connection.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah,
For
does that
our
help?
audience, the sports connection. Thank you.
Anytime.
Go upstairs and say that.
With my,
Upstairs in the admin floor. Not a lot of people watch sports upstairs.
that's true.
Like Robert doesn't know what the Sabres are.
But he roots for the Bandits.
He does love the Bandits. You're right.
There you
Good
go.
point. Oh my gosh. Yes. Bandits games are fun. Aside,
Yes,
yeah.
thank you.
I mean, that's gonna help with just like what consistency and like working with each other, right? Like knowing, right? Like I would imagine.
Yeah.
It's like anything.
Oh yeah,
Guys
we
all-
have they have a Road Less Traveled summer barbecue. You know
Oh, yeah,
that,
so you get
that
to
you
know
go
each-
to.
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's right, and that's part of the thing too. Is like, I want to have my picture up there next to Lisa Vetrano and Kristen Tripp Kelly. You know, like just some of the really the best actors in Buffalo, and you want to be part of that group. You know.
That's awesome. That's a great group. So, what has been your favorite part or production, aside from A Few Good Men, that you have been a part of thus far? And what else makes this company so special to work with?
So I've worked with Road Less Travel for, I want to say 10 years. So I've been at all their locations. So we initially started
Even
in the
on-
Market Arcade, which was the Regal Cinema, and we were actually performing in a movie theater. It was not designed to be a stage. You're performing in a movie theater.
Oh my God.
So that was cool. And then we went to Pearl Street and I did some shows at Pearl Street.
Yeah.
So my favorite Road Less Travel that I've been a part of was actually at their Pearl Street location. It was called A Country House, and it starred just some of, in my opinion, the best Buffalo actors. We had Kristen Tripp Kelly, Peter Palmisano, Barbara Link LaRue, who is a dame of
a dame.
Buffalo theater, right? As you can imagine. Chris Kelly and Christian Branges. And it was just a small cast of all these really experienced actors, and just to sit in a dressing room with Barbara Link LaRue, this dame, and Kristen Tripp Kelly.
Also
and we
a
were
dame.
also a dame, and we were the only 3 women in it, so we shared a dressing room. Like, to hear their stories, I could have just stayed in that dressing room. I didn't need to go on stage. I just could have hung out and heard their stories for 5 hours every night. So that was just a really cool experience.
That was the Donald Margulies one, right?
Yeah, and we had Donald Margulies. He came and he actually saw the play, and we got to talk to him. We got a picture with him, signed our scripts. Yeah, so it was a really cool experience.
I love that. I love that the playwright actually came to
fantastic.
Buffalo.
Yeah,
Oh,
they've done a handful of his, so there was a
like
relationship established.
Yeah.
So he's been able to come to some of them. I don't remember if he was able to come to Shipwrecked or not.
That's I think another great thing about Road Less Traveled and Scott specifically. He works really hard to form relationships outside of the Buffalo scene, and with artists on a national stage. The playwright Rajiv Joseph, he does a lot of his work, so he'll come. I think he came when they did Guards at the Taj. I think he came for that.
That's cool.
He really works hard on keeping himself relevant and the theater company relevant by staying connected to the national scene.
I've never been.
You would really like it there.
I've seen on your
Swanky
your socials. Yeah, your socials. I've seen it. Everybody's
Beautiful.
That's
You've
awesome.
renovated the bar area.
Yeah,
It
everybody.
looks like-
There's always like the date night promos, like that Step Up Buffalo does, or somebody does with you guys. I've seen that.
Yeah.
and
You can rent the space as well. You can rent the open lobby
for Cast Party Live.
for
Absolutely,
Cast
you can.
Party Live.
I've been trying for this.
Yeah.
They know I've been trying to do Cast Party Live, and now we can.
You could probably do is they would probably rent out the whole theater to you if it's at the right time, so you could record it on the stage.
Would you join us?
and then have an actual party
Would you
in
come?
the lobby? Yes, absolutely.
I thought Nick
If
would
you're
be the guest.
able to swing it,
Yeah, of course. You guys.
you give me enough
Yeah.
scotch and
You'd
I'll
make our
definitely
return.
be there.
I'd drink with you. Yeah, we'll do that. Maybe not today after yesterday, but I'll drink.
The sun's shining.
Yeah, I know. Now I'm tempted to try. I know.
I really want to quickly plug though. Road Less Traveled. Scott Barron is the artistic director. He'll be joining us next week. He's a lovely guy. And then you mentioned Peter Palomasano, who I met a very long time ago for Shakespeare in the Park. He has a podcast for Road Less Traveled production called
Yes, you
Off
guys-
the
yeah,
Road.
I saw
It's
that.
phenomenal.
I just recorded with him last. Thursday, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's got some lovely conversations going on.
He's
met
great.
with Brian. He's great.
I hadn't recorded with you yet, and I did say that he was a preeminent theater podcast in Buffalo.
That's okay.
So
Okay.
That's okay.
I
To be
stand
fair,
by that.
we're like
underdog.
we're like
don't
we're
wanna
like
fight
your
anybody.
gateway, right? And then you move on to your Peters and your Tonys. We're okay where we're at. Yeah.
And the Arties.
To be fair, Peter Palmisano did radio. He was a radio
Exactly.
That
DJ.
makes
So
so much
I mean,
sense.
I would love to do
he,
radio.
podcasting is the new.
How do you not do
Radio.
radio with a voice like that?
Yeah, he's the
Exactly.
He's
real
got a good
deal.
radio voice.
Oh, he's got a great voice.
Ken, you got to do some research.
You gotta
my friend.
listen to
I know. I gotta.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of this.
But
What's
yeah, no,
who else? Jordan Lemur. He's got a beautiful radio voice.
he does.
Oh,
We got a
or
lot.
Lima. I call him
great
Lemur. See, like
folks
Lemur
on the-
Studios.
Yeah, we got a lot of great folks on the sound waves, and Peter's no exception. He's the best. This is great. So
I will add,
Yeah.
just to do a plug, because we talked a lot about actors. The RLTP tech design
Thank you.
is
It's-
unbelievable.
They are like the pinnacle
They-
of Buffalo.
We also tech, it's slightly different being in Shea 710 because there's so many productions kind of going
Yeah.
on a cycle. But if you do a show at Road Less, you actually tech 2 weeks early as opposed to 1 week early. So
That's
you
nice.
have the props, you have the costumes, the lighting, the sound for 2 whole weeks before you even open, which is so nice.
Wow.
It's really
In
tremendous.
comparison to some others.
When actors are working with Road Less Traveled for the first time, they're a little bit intimidated by it because usually they have a little bit more time to kind of, figure out their own stuff before then you're in there. But speaking to what we said earlier, the standard is just so high at Road Less Traveled. You're kind of forced to pick up your game a little bit. And if you're not ready by those 2 weeks, you feel it, you know it. But then also you have those 2 weeks to have all of the elements in place to be able to start repping it, and when you have such short runs of shows here in Buffalo, you really you're ready to open when you open, but you don't feel great about it until you're maybe midway through the run or, by the time you close. And a wonderful actor who I loved working with here in Buffalo, who unfortunately passed away, rest in peace, Jerry Marr, used to say, we're closing today and we're just ready to open.
Yeah.
You know, like it's
So we have shorter
really-
runs here in Buffalo. You mentioned sort of overall compared to
Yeah,
normal.
so the rights that regional theaters get for shows is for a specific number of shows
Oh,
to
okay.
perform, which is why then you'll see theaters have it on certain days and for usually 4-week runs, and then they'll add in a matinee. So
Okay.
what Road Less Traveled does in order to not do 4-week runs is they take out a matinee and they run you for 5 weeks straight. So I think it's you buy the show for what, 25 shows or something like that.
You buy it by weeks.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
crazy. I see. Nobody knows this stuff. If you're not in it, this is amazing.
No, yeah, no, it's,
No, this is the whole point. This is
insider.
You buy the show.
You have to buy the
You buy
rights.
the rights to the show.
Yeah.
What's that? The script and everything, so you can say you're doing
It's your
it in the
license,
script,
so
the
it's not only your script,
Your-
it's your font. It's your assets for marketing. It's your,
And there's it's highly
And this is all
specific on
packaged?
Yeah.
So they'll even give you when you are
Jeez.
making a poster for the show,
Yeah.
what size font the title should be, what size font the playwright is going to be.
And you can't screw around with it. That's what it is.
absolutely not. No, because
can be in big
you
trouble.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, say you're doing a Ken
Jesus.
Ludwig play, you always have to put Ken Ludwig's name before the title, and it has to be in ratio to the title, I think, like 50%
Right.
or something. I might be wrong. Don't be mad at me, Ken.
And quite frankly, playwrights deserve it too. They don't
Yeah.
get enough respect.
Sure.
Yeah, well
Sure.
said.
So 5 weeks?
This one is not going to be running for 5 weeks,
four-
but a typical run at Road Less Traveled at their house down
Right.
the
Oh,
street
'cause
on Main
you're at-
Street,
that's right. You're at
right,
City,
is
yes.
5 weeks. But this, I think, is a 3-week run.
Right.
It is.
I really like that you guys brought up your tech team because my favorite thing about Road Less Traveled is like when I walk in, I feel immersed in the set immediately. There's a soundscape going. There's like, if it's like Witch, there was fog going
Yeah.
on.
Oh my
Like,
God, how
you
fun.
guys really know how to establish an
Oh.
atmosphere, and I really appreciate it as a patron.
We have to do that at 7:10. Can't we have fog?
It depends on what the show needs.
Are they going to let you do that at 7:10? Do we have music in the lobby? At 7:10?
Yes.
I don't spend much time.
Why? Don't you just said they do whatever?
I just
Well-
forgot it was your first day.
Nick and I both did once at 7:10, and the musicians, not myself or the but
yeah.
during intermission, they were playing on
We
the
would-
stage. You could go up.
Yeah.
and-
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So
great.
So
We would
some
literally be
shows
out at the-
establish
yeah.
at 7:10.
That's awesome. I love it.
atmosphere.
I love it.
So we kind of talked a little bit about all the famous actors and the film adaptation. So this was a play first by Aaron Sorkin that Rob Reiner made famous. Why do you think this story resonates so strongly with audiences after all these years?
I think that it's a really great story about the complexity of people. And I think something that our director, Katie Mallinson, also a member of the Road Less Travel team.
Shout
one of
out
the
Katie.
best directors that I've worked with, bar none, really highlights in this play is that there's not really a good guy or a bad guy. Everybody has varying levels of honor. What is that honor and how does it come out and when? How is it perceived by society? How is it perceived by people? And what are the effects that it has on everybody around them? You know, so it's, I think it's even more relevant today than it may have even been back when it was written. You know, dealing with things like what is, why are you following orders? What is the order that you're following? And is it an order that should be followed? Do you have it in yourself to not do it? Or are you playing for loyalty or a longer game for yourself? You know, yeah.
No, well said. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think in humanity, there's always this right, wrong, good, bad, just, unjust. And this play really does explore its gray area, right? And it all depends on a person's background, what they view as right, wrong, or just, unjust. Do these guys deserve what they're trying to be, what they're trying to have pinned on them? Or do they not? Some might think our characters as the defense team are in the wrong and that these guys deserve a full punishment. And some might agree with or some might disagree with the prosecution and agree with us. It all depends on your walk of life. So right and wrong and these feelings of justice, well, it's a very gray area.
Yeah. Love that.
Is the film a lot different from this version you guys are doing, or is it pretty similar?
No, I
very
think that
similar.
Very similar?
Yeah, it's very similar. I was actually, while I was talking to Peter Palmisano about when he directed this play many years ago at the Kavinoki Theater, the version of the play that they performed is not the same version of the play that we are performing now. So I think that they probably made edits to the script based on what resonated with people in the movie. Like the most famous line, which you beautifully hit on at the
Thank you so
top
much.
of the cast. Didn't exist in his version of the play, you know?
Get out of
So
town.
can you imagine going to see A Few Good Men and not hearing anything about the truth?
right.
So this line came from the movie.
I didn't see the original Broadway show, so I can't imagine. It probably did. Yeah.
But
I was reading a little bit about the script as well, and they were saying that the Hollywood producers were trying to get like a little bit more of a steamy scene between Demi and Tom Cruise's character, and Rob Reiner went, no, this is silly. Stick with what you wrote, Aaron.
And I think that's something, I won't go too into anything, but something that we even touched on in rehearsals earlier is just what Joe and Dan's relationship is in the play, and what do we want it to be, and what does it need to be for the telling of the story?
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
know, like is it necessary? Is it not necessary? What's the level of respect that they have for each other? And then when does it change? Does it change? How does that affect things as it moves forward? You know? So yeah, and especially, and that's a good point that Renee brought up in rehearsals as well. You have Tom Cruise and Demi Moore in a movie together. How much of Hollywood is saying like, well, we have these two amazingly attractive people. They can't not fall in love, you know?
Right. Instead of just letting them be strong characters
we
on
have-
their own.
Right, exactly.
And Demi Moore and Tom Cruise are at the top of their game, like around that time period.
Yeah.
So we gotta have, there must be romance. How can these two attractive actors not be on screen and be attracted to one another?
Yes, how can we have a story without this?
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it really is it's the tension building that Sorkin creates, the pacing. It's so
Such a good
enticing.
writer.
Like if you're someone who's like, I don't know, I'm more of a musical person. I just feel like the pacing of it's so sharp, you're not even going to notice that you're taking in a different medium, you know?
Very fast paced.
I love
You won't
it.
get bored.
No, you won't get bored.
Yeah, no, definitely not. And we've been staring at the miniature set that is in your rehearsal hall, and it looks like an amazing feast for the eyes just in that as well, with the levels and everything. It's going to be such a great production.
Yeah.
It's very clear you guys have done a lot of research for your roles as Danny Caffey and Joanne Galloway. Did you do any specific research that was unique, or like did you have to prepare differently to tackle this role over other roles?
No, nothing unique or different. I think that's also part of the craft that you create for yourself as an actor is really, you go to school and you get taught all these lessons of like how to do it. But then when you get out there and you start working, you kind of develop the system that works for you, So I think you're doing yourself a disservice if it's like, oh, I have to change it up for this,
right?
Especially if you've been successful up to a certain point, then you want to go through your process, So I think for me, everything starts with the text. You have to start with your script and what that gives you. You read through it, and what I like to do is then just write out the first questions that I have, like what are the questions I have regarding my character, and then I'll answer them later. Or if it answers itself through the journey of the script, then I'll write it out, and then I'll read it through again with that in mind. And then I'll go through and I'll highlight everything, like highlight my lines, highlight my cue lines, highlight the action cues, just to break it down into different bits of then following the action of the play and what's happening through. And I think then that really helps me get into the minutia of what's happening, so that then when I get into the room with the other actors, I have a better baseline of than what I'm bringing to the table so that a bigger picture can be formed, and I think that that's also the sign of a good director too, is they're coming in having done their process and they want to then cue you along to things that they have seen that maybe you haven't seen. So you always want to do your work, but then you also want to come into the room and completely drop your ego. It's not about you, no matter what part you're playing. It is about the story that's being told. So when we're going through and we're doing table work, if somebody else has an idea or a perception of something that is different than yours, the best thing you can do is listen to that, And then also, if it's a good idea, take it and run with it, because you are never as good yourself as you could be with collaborative effort. And theater in its nature is a collaborative endeavor. So you have to, at some point, just be with the people in the room who are there with you and trust the director cast the right person. But no, I don't think there's anything different or unique. It really is just starting of who is this person? What are his relationships? What does he want? What makes it difficult for him to get that? And then how is he going to maneuver those obstacles to then achieve his objective,
Well said.
So one thing that Road Less Travel does is they have summer reads of all the plays that they're then producing in that season. So we did a summer read of A Few Good Men, and one of the late summer, maybe more fall.
Almost fall.
But one of the things Katie Mallinson, our director, said was, don't watch the movie. Don't do it.
Yes, very good.
Now we did talk about this actually last night. There are these iconic lines that people are going to look at and want to be delivered in a certain way.
Oh, yes.
But as Nick was sort of saying, if you're in it and you're connected to the person that you're talking to, because the actors in the movie, these great actors, made choices based in truth, if you're in that as well, you're probably going to make similar choices, and it's probably going to be. So don't overthink it. Mm-hmm. Don't overthink, well, this is how Jack Nicholson said that famous line, and this is what people are expecting. Well, if you're rooted in the moment and you're feeling the correct things, they're going to be committed to your delivery of that no matter how you do it. So almost don't overthink it.
Yeah.
What she did say is don't watch Few Good Men, but go watch The West Wing.
Yeah.
Or go watch another
Love The West Wing.
Aaron Sorkin, because Aaron Sorkin is a very specific pace and rhythm, and the way you say things do matter, the delivery. So I appreciated that piece of advice, right? Go watch another Aaron Sorkin, but also don't get in your head about watching this movie.
That's a really smart move, because I even watching some clips this morning from the movie, I was like, I really want to watch a West Wing episode now.
Yes.
I recommend it.
It's so good.
West Wing's
so
great.
good.
I've watched it like 2 or 3 times.
Probably my
good.
second favorite TV show ever made.
Ooh.
Yeah.
First is Breaking Bad.
That's
Another good show. I was
fair.
going to say another great show.
I love that Katie Mallinson is directing this. She is the artistic director of Kavinoki. She used to be a member of the Shays team, and she's just a phenomenal person. Did she offer any other good pieces of advice for y'all in addition to that?
Every day she
every
has
day,
another
yeah.
she is honestly, and I tell my wife unabashedly, I think she is and I hope nobody else takes offense to this, she's probably my favorite director in Buffalo to work with. Just because of number one, she trusts you to be an artist, right? And then number two, she trusts herself and the work that she does, and then also egolessly comes into the room and really has a good way of guiding people to a unified image, and just through through presenting questions, of what do you think this is, or how do they feel about that, and what about this, and then also not having a problem saying, I think this, and this is also something that I want you to keep in mind, and I just think, I think her whole picture, the way that she likes dramaturgy and things like that, she's really great. I can't say enough good things about her.
Wow. Jeez.
She's the best.
It's my first time working with her, but we both went to NU. And so I've actually known her and known about her since college, and I've wanted to work with her for now X number of years.
I know you are.
And I'm just like, I wanted to be Katie Mallinson when I grew up. Like she's smart, she's beautiful, she's talented, she's just everything. Yeah. So to work with her now is kind of a dream come true.
Oh, Katie, we're so excited for you and this entire company. You guys have survived the interview round. And now,
Block B,
the rapid fire, where we kind of say rapid fire, but you
it has never been. It has never been rapid fire.
Actual rapid.
The round is never. We have never actually done a real rapid.
Yeah.
Today it is. Let's see.
Just a different way for us to ask questions.
We've tried so hard to make this rapid fire. It never ends up though.
I still like knowing these things.
So do I. I think it's interesting. Yeah.
Take it away, JT.
All right. So our first rapid fire question: stage right or stage left?
Center stage.
Yes.
I said stage middle the one
that's
time.
not-
But that didn't exist. It didn't exist.
That would be wrong.
They lied to
Yeah.
me. Stage,
that's a-
stage middle.
good.
Good answer. Good answer.
Stage left.
Yes. Okay.
So it's technically called center stage.
Left.
Yes.
I don't know what it is about stage left in comparison to stage right. I feel more open when I'm stage left.
Renee, I was going to say the same thing, but then when I thought about it more, my favorite entrances I've ever had, $1 Million Quartet, Susical the Musical in high school, they've always been through like doors in the middle of the set piece in the center stage. So I think that would be the way.
Trapdoor energy ever?
Oh, we were just talking about that in rehearsal.
Yeah, we actually were.
We're going to manifest a trapdoor in this show.
This is gonna
Have you ever used a trapdoor in any of your shows?
Yeah.
I never have.
Yeah.
It's a super bummer.
Well, they got to add one for this. It's a new element.
Right in the courtroom.
Right in the courtroom. As soon as the face, that's how you drop the mic.
Actually, Joe does just
trapdoor.
keep popping up.
That's
into
right.
cameras.
Yeah, that's how she
I should just send
She gets
her
into Cappy's
through all the
office and
bombs,
straight
through all
through the
entrances.
trapdoor.
Just keep popping up like the cartoon squirrel she is.
Oh my God.
We, when I was in college at Fredonia, we did a production of Diary of Anne Frank. They built in a trapdoor into the bottom of the main stage theater stage, and we made that as the entrance into the attic. So everybody's entrance was literally climbing up out of the stage to enter into the attic. Yeah, it was awesome.
That's a great stage picture.
Yeah.
What is your favorite backstage snack?
Almond Hershey Kisses.
Oh.
Sour Patch Kids.
Hey.
Good answer.
For musical, so I actually learned Sour Patch Kids are good because
They activate your
they
glands.
activate the glands,
what other
right?
people have
So
said.
if you have a sore throat in a musical, they can.
I started buying more sour candies because I've learned through this podcast from the artists of this town.
I have learned this too from this. Yeah.
Specifically.
But potato chips are also good because the salt and the oil also lubricate, and the salt is kind of like a gargle of salt water, so it has healing and oil properties. So if you have a sore throat,
yeah.
Potato
I weirdly
chips.
also
Potato
heard
chips.
Marshmallows can get rid of a sore throat too.
I've heard that too. I haven't tried that.
I haven't eaten
I've tried it
marshmallows
once
in
for
years.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So just say, have you ever gone back and had Peeps like as
Peeps
an
are
adult?
Yeah.
As a kid,
taste
I was
good.
so into
I
Peeps.
know.
Loved Peeps. And as an adult, I was like, I can't believe
No.
I loved this at one point.
They're gross.
Mom
To your
buys
point,
them every year, and I'm like, thank you. And then I kind of like
awesome.
changed
Thank you so
her.
much.
Like I replaced the ones from I'm sorry, Mom. I changed the ones from last
your mother's
year.
a saint too. I can't believe you're doing this to her.
I know. I feel
Your
so bad.
poor mother.
I can't believe she keeps buying Peeps.
I love Mrs. Rita.
But now that I'm so old, when I was a kid, I would joust them. You know, where you
Yeah.
stick a little
Yeah.
toothpick in the peep and another one, and you'd see which one stabbed the other one first. And I can't do
Your
that
mother
now.
really
Too
is.
old.
Microwave them.
Yeah. So my mom picks the weirdest flavors too. Like last year was hot tamale, this year was Pop Tarts, and I was just like,
My question is, why did they make those flavors
Yeah.
for you to buy?
Yeah.
People are buying them. People are buying them, I guess.
yeah,
For you, Juliana.
for me.
They're for you. They're for you.
All right. Next, not so rapid fire
Here
question.
we go again. See, every time.
Mildly rapid.
And this one is relevant. Fast dialogue or
Ooh.
tension, building, dramatic, pauses.
That was very Pinterest.
Very
of you.
good.
I'm a fast dialogue person. but also
You can't have
with
one without the other.
with proper pauses, right? You
Yeah.
need kind of the fast build to get to that pause.
Mm-hmm.
Whether in comedy or drama, you kind of have to have the fast pace or the certain pacing until you can earn that pause. In
Yeah.
college, it was always you got to earn your pauses.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
I agree. I concur. Rapid.
What are you guys' pre-show warm-ups?
I have a very specific boxing routine that I go through, and it is so that I can match my breath to my physicality and work on specificity. So it's like I'll have a specific combo that I do on the right side X amount of times, and then I'll perform it on the left. And again, it's just so that I can get myself breathing to match my physicality, and then also specificity of placement. So if I'm like aiming at a specific spot, it's working on just focusing on one thing to chase after it. Again, like I talked about earlier, just finding whatever works for you.
Yeah.
And that's something that I have found really helps to center me before I go out there on stage.
Nice.
I feel like I should have something really deep, but I honestly I'm in the wings. I take a deep breath. I say a quick prayer and go on.
That's
you know,
awesome.
that breath does center you. Okay, I'm here.
I like that disparity though, because I feel like sometimes if I'm backstage, there's like one person doing like a whole routine, and then they're locked in, and then someone else is like, "All right, go Bills," and I just go on out. And,
Hey, if you can do your job,
exactly.
don't mess with it,
Yeah.
and that's
I find I get nervous, so if I do things like that, I almost psych myself out a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, okay, I need to not concentrate on it until I'm really in it.
Sure.
I do tend to on off days I'll rehearse the lines and stuff like that, and maybe when I'm driving I'll be rehearsing the lines in my head. But then when I'm there, I have to get rid of that nervous energy and almost not think about it until I take that centering breath.
I'm pretty neurotic. I show up way before our call time, usually about a half hour before the call time, because I go through a whole stretching routine. I make sure I get out and I walk the stage completely in all the places that I would go through, and then I walk the theater. So I walk around through where the audience members are going to be, and I try to hit generally every single area just to also get in tune with the idea of welcoming in people, because it's not really theater until then you have an audience, that's what makes it a show, and that's what changes it every single night. And that's what one of my favorite things to talk about after the show is what the heck are they doing out there? Are they even watching the show, or these guys are on, you can really
this morning if you can read
feel
the
it.
audience.
You can
yeah.
Kelly, we were saying that can you feel if they're vibing or really into it?
Absolutely. And especially in a theater like 710, where on that thrust stage, you're right out there and they are right there in your face. You can absolutely,
tell,
it's
for
visceral.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can definitely tell more in comedies than in dramas. If they're silent in a drama, you know that they're probably with you.
Yeah.
In comedies, if they're laughing, if they're reacting.
Right, you can hear it. Yeah, literally.
And this one has a lot of just very witty comedic elements. So I know that if people
We'll
are
see.
not
Yeah,
engaging in some of those witty moments, it'll be like, are we
But if they are, you're
landing?
killing it, right?
Yeah, and
You
if
can
they
tell.
are,
Hopefully, you also
they're
don't want to
hopefully with
change
you.
too much about things to appease the audience.
Yeah.
Where it's you can't come off and be like, well, that didn't work. Tomorrow I'm going to do it a different
keep
way.
doing it? The same?
You have to trust the work you did in the rehearsal room and the product you crafted with your director. But it very much is when you get to a run, then you're feeling it out for yourself. So what is going to resonate and what isn't, and then kind of molding it, but you never want to change it too much.
Got it.
But at the same
Interesting.
time, it is live theater.
That's
and
right.
as much as an actor, you try not to let off audiences affect you.
Right.
It happens.
say it's
You're
gotta. It
trying
would
to
affect
push
me.
moments.
We're all human,
Right, if it did,
Trying
I'd
to
be
push moments. It naturally happens, which is why it's live theater, and that's the beauty of live theater is that you're not going to get the same show because it is based off of audience reactions. Even just the timing of it. If an audience is really with you, they're hysterically laughing. You have to wait to say that next line before, and then that affects your rhythm. So, as much as you try to do the same show, that is the goal. it is never going to be a same show.
It's never going to be the same live.
Yeah.
That's why I love it.
It's live theater.
I think it's wonderful.
It's why I love that
great.
they call it an auditorium, is because you're not there to view anything. The primary job of everybody in that room is to listen.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
it is listening. Main job as an actor is to listen. Second job is to respond in one way, shape, or form. You know,
100%.
Yeah.
I love that.
All right. Next question. What is your favorite line or moment in the show?
does Aunt Ginny have a barn?
Yes, well said.
Yes.
I'll go with the comedy. So there's a part where Joe objects to something, and then the judge says, overruled, and she goes, I strenuously object to this, overrule. And then afterwards, Sam, who's played by Adam Yellen, who's another fantastic Buffalo actor, he just nails Joe. His character just nails Joe at the end, like, oh no, I strenuously object. Well, I'm the judge. Let me think about that. I think that's my favorite moment. He's just grilling her out,
Yeah.
and Adam delivers it so perfectly.
I bet you Adam was waiting that whole show for that moment.
Yeah.
For Sam. Sam spends a lot of time on stage for little quips and one-liners. But Adam's great.
He has a good yoo-hoo line, too.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
So, do you guys have any shout outs to your friends or family before we let you guys go today?
I'll give a shout out to my mom and dad for just always supporting me, and my husband Gabriel for being home with our 6-month-old, taking care of her for the 3.5, 4 hours I'm away. And he's just always been extremely supportive of my theater career. And when this offer came, he didn't hesitate to say, yeah, go do it. So
What's your daughter's name?
Haley.
Oh, that's a great name.
Yeah, Haley Hawthorne. It's a superhero name. We cared about the alliteration.
That
She's
is
going to be an
Yes.
author or something, or
Yes.
I love that.
I'll do the same. Shout out to my parents who are down in the Hudson Valley, but my mom's rule, if Nick's on stage, she's in the audience. So she travels 300 miles every time I have another show and comes to check it out. Also to my wife, Sam, who is tremendously supportive of all of my endeavors, and my 1-month-old daughter.
Yeah.
Who we have.
Oh my gosh!
What's
her name?
Her name is Evelyn Joy.
Oh my gosh, they have to hang out when they're older now.
I'm sure they will.
I'm sure they will.
Oh my gosh. Love that. Evelyn and Haley. Well, you can ask this if you want, but I feel kind of stupid that I wrote it down. So don't do it if you don't want to.
You do it.
You notice they didn't ask me to do it.
Can you?
No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want
Do it,
to.
Kenny.
You've
See what
hyped
it
it. You've
is.
hyped it up too much.
All you have to do is read the line.
I'm too nervous.
I wrote, "Can you handle the truth?"
I think we're entitled to it.
That was
That's
good.
the best response.
You know the play for sure.
Yes. This is.
I listen.
I'm not even worthy enough. I can't even say it. I wouldn't even feel good about it.
You literally choked.
I did.
You did.
I did. I never choke, but I did. You
Stage
guys are
fright.
just so talented. I can't do it in front of you guys. I wouldn't want to discredit anything or do anything.
Well,
I'm blown away. I'm blown away. I think this is going to be terrific. This is going to be the first show I see, I think, at your place. I've never seen a
play.
show at your... Yeah,
Well,
I know it's a play.
We're at 7:10.
Well, I'm still going to see... No, I mean, like, one of your guys, right? Like, this is
Oh,
great.
you're going to come to Road Less for a different show?
Well, that and I'm going to see this.
That's great.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
excited.
Yeah, this is
Hit
great.
me up when you're there. We can get a drink afterwards.
Please, I'm like, I can't wait. You guys have sold me. Not that you can. I mean, I think this is great.
Renee,
God.
Nick, thank you guys so very much. We're so excited to see you guys on the 17th
Yeah.
stage.
Thank
This is
you.
going to be a great play.
Oh,
Thank you so much for having us.
This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you guys. All right, some quick campus shout outs. A Few Good Men from Road Less Traveled Productions will be the final show in the Shays 710 series from June 11th through the 28th. Go see our new friends, Nick and Renee. They're awesome. Shays Young Professional applications are now open at shays.org, and they will be open now until June 21st. Then we have Suffs, the Tony Award-winning musical that's coming to Shays 5-Star Bank Broadway season, and it is June 2nd through the 7th. Don't miss out. And then finally, Book of Mormon is coming to Shays Buffalo as a Gallagher Theater special engagement from June 19th to the 21st. You've got a lot of great theater to come see on Main Street. Come visit our partners, come visit their bars, and have a great summer. All right, until next time, we hope you enjoyed the vibes, got some tea. Check us out on Shay's Buffalo social media. And Kenny, why don't you walk down middle stage?
Can you handle the truth?
Oh, you did it!
I did.
What an actor.
Cast Party is presented by Shay's Performing Arts Center.
Produced by Cassandra Lippert, Ken Lazewski, myself, Juliana Tracy, and Rita Sirianni.
Theme song by John Michael Ogletree.
Audio mixing by Dave Lenhart.
Logo and graphics designed by Acacia Crozier.
Marketing and social media by Bridget Neeson.
Please rate, review, and subscribe to Shay's Performing Arts Center presents Cast Party, wherever exceptional podcasts are downloaded.
Or visit us at shays.org.
Bye-bye.